Good afternoon, Fighting Night fans. My name is Lloyd Hamilton, and I am your host of this week's Nightly Review powered by iPulse. The season is off to a strong and fast start, so let's get right into it. The volleyball team had a strong showing at the Courtyard Boca Raton Invitational, finishing 2-1, followed by a 3-0 showing at the Florida Tech Invitational. Let's go to the highlights. The Blue and White recorded 3-0 decisions over Columbus State, Puerto Rico Mayagüez, and Albany State without dropping a set. Juniors Mersa Tandrin and Christina Lorenz were named to the All-Tournament team for the exceptional performance all weekend. Tandrin has now been chosen to her second All-Tournament team in as many weekends of action. The junior setter distributed 89 assists at the invite, averaging 9.89 per set, and tackled on 6 kills. Lorenz, a first-year outside hitter, finished the weekend with a team-high 28 kills. The squad returns to action this weekend, hosting nationally ranked Palm Beach Atlantic on Friday night at 7 p.m. and then opening up the conference slate on the road Saturday at Nova Southeastern. The Lynn women's cross-country team took part in the UCF Open on Saturday, where they finished 8th overall. Aliyah Muhammad Menzies posted the fastest time for the Blue and White, clocking in at 24 minutes and 27 seconds. The Fighting Knights are back in action next Friday at the Florida Southern Invitational. The women's soccer team hosted 2 talented teams this past weekend at Bobby Campbell Stadium. Following a pair of road losses, the Knights returned home to play host to Kaiser University, in which they battled to a 1-1 tie. Following that match, the Southeast Missouri State Redhawks came to town, in which the Knights' comeback bid fell short in a 5-3 loss. Caroline Dewar tallied her first goal as a Fighting Knight in the team's draw against the Seahawks. Kaiser knotted it up right away in the second half, and despite 28 shots from Lynn, the game concluded with a 1-1 draw after 2 overtime periods. Lynn fell behind early against Southeast Missouri State on Sunday, but junior Brianna Lemeries scored her first 2 goals of the season in a 6-minute span to bring Lynn back into the game. The Fighting Knights brought the score within 1 after a Redhawks own goal, but could not complete the comeback. The women's golf team launched its fall campaign yesterday at the Ross Resorts Invitational hosted by Rollins College. The Blue and White ended the first round in 7th place, while Jenny Ajala is in 13th place individually. The men's soccer team completed one of its 2 scheduled games this past weekend in the Wyndham Deerfield Beach Soccer Classic. The Fighting Knights topped Delta State 7-0 to improve to 2-0 on the young season, totaling 17 goals for and no goals against. Chris Hellman was honored as the Sunshine State Conference Offensive Player of the Week after his performance this Saturday, scoring 3 goals and tacking on an assist. The junior notched a hat-trick for the 2nd consecutive game, giving him 7 goals in 2 matches this season. The Blue and White have an exciting slate coming up this week, starting off with nationally ranked Palm Beach Atlantic at home on Wednesday night, followed by hosting conference rival St. Leo on Saturday evening. We were able to catch up with Chris to discuss this upcoming week.
I think even though we've done well, the 2 games that got cancelled would have been important for us just to get even more team chemistry and to build towards the most important games we have. PBA and St. Leo coming now, and St. Leo is the first conference game. So I think it would have been helpful, but I also think we achieved a lot in practice and we stuck together in practices. So it's going to be good games. I think Coach added some great players offensively, and at the beginning of the season everyone's playing really great. Everyone's contributing. Dom had a hat-trick the first game he played after an injury last season. Bruno is playing really well. Tomer came in and made an impact immediately. So I think it's all going for us, even though the opponents weren't the strongest so far. But I think to beat them 10-0 and 7-0 obviously shows what we can do offensively. So we can be happy with that, but we have to keep building on that. But I think we're looking good so far. I think not the offensive part of the game, but more of keeping clean sheets again and defending well. I think PBA is really good offensively. Obviously had a great start to the season as well. So if we can defend well against them, I think we're in good shape to win that game.
Thanks, Chris. That's it for this week's edition of the Nightly Review. Please don't forget to follow us on Instagram at Lynn_Knights and follow us at LynnFightingKnights.com. That's all for this week. Until next time, I'm Lloyd Hamilton. This is the Nightly Review powered by iPulse.